Right guys, I have no time for a proper video, but I want to show you a few things that a customer of my local record store brought in and they wanted me to check it out. This is a Canton surround rig, which is actually pretty good. This is a Sony amplifier, which sounds like a Sony. Looks pretty cool though. It keeps turning off the display. I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe there's something you can do about that. It just keeps turning it off. I'm sure there's a setting. I am not good with these kinds of things, but this is the remote that it comes with, which is fancy, I guess? I have no idea how to do this. Does it even work on this amplifier? Yes, it does. So let me play some music so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So right now it's in normal surround mode, so you got your fronts there, your center is doing something. Yep, and these are doing some vague echo. We have 2-channel stereo, which takes the sub out of the equation. This is 2-channel stereo with the sub, but the sub is set up to work with everything, not just with those two, so it's a bit much now, but... and then we have all of our surround modes. I don't know what half of them are, but mono movie, stereo movie. You got your concert halls and then these two just echo. Should you want that? Church, same story, just more echo. You know the drill. Just your usual bullshit, to be honest. So yeah, this works. I don't like the sound of the Sony. It sounds thin and harsh because I know these speakers and they don't. But the sub's pretty good. It's one of the types that you can actually properly set up, so you can change the crossover frequency and phase and the volume, of course. The whole rig comes with all of these things included to mount them against the wall, and the wall mount, so pretty sure someone's gonna like this, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. But if you're just looking for a 2.1 rig, I guess, you could use it as a 2.1 with the sub and 2 of these satellites, and it actually won't be half bad. Next up is this pretty sizable Sony F570ES. Esprit series, here you go. And yeah, it's a pretty serious amplifier. A nice big power supply transformer at least. Sounds like a Sony though. I can't make anything more of it. It still sounds like a Sony. Let's play some music. Sharp and tinny, typical Sony. Pretty sizable difference between source direct and non-source direct. It immediately sounds flat and lackluster once you turn the tone controls on. Weirdly, even though I used the direct input here, which is a separate input, you can still use the tone controls, which is odd to me, but whatever. Muting does its thing. You got your MMMC cartridge input. You can hear the phono pre-work. So all seems well, slightly scratchy but nothing major, but it just doesn't sound very interesting. It's just your average Sony amplifier. Yeah, but it's a biggie. So the person who brought me all this audio, also the Sony amplifiers, is a pretty serious audio lover. I don't always agree with what he buys, but I do agree with this. It's just that it's not the most reliable stuff. The flickering, by the way, as far as I can tell, yeah, that's just on the screen. It's actually not doing that, but as you can tell, it's crackly. Also, he gave me this remote with it, which I think comes with a much newer Cyrus. It doesn't control this tuner, even though that is, as you can see, remote controlled. So there's no way of using that now. It seems to work. That's the one. But there's nothing I can do. So I can test the other inputs. Here we go. That button is on wrong, by the way. It's actually on aux now. So as you can hear, it's crackling away. And this is all loose. So something is up there, but the sound is awesome. It sounds really good actually. Much better than the first series. I'm really impressed. So yeah, it needs some love, but I hope we can get it to work fine, because look at how cool this stuff is. It's really cool British design. Mission Cyrus. I do like it. It sounds beautiful. Really beautiful. It's the inside of the Cyrus. So the reason I opened it up is because everything had a lot of play, but as you can see, it is sort of supposed to be like that. Nothing is broken there. I checked all of the components. I don't see anything bad. I checked if there was any play on these, because it sounds like a bad contact, but nothing seems to have broken solder or anything. So I haven't opened it. I haven't taken the PCB out, so I'm not sure. What I did notice is that all of the screws were loose. I could completely wiggle the PCB around. So maybe, just maybe, that may have solved it. I don't think so though, but I wanted to give it a shot. So other than that, it looks good inside. Not very interesting. Just you know, components. 22nd of August 1979. That is to the day 5 years before I was born. That's kind of fun. Fixed it! Perfectly quiet now. So what I did, I cleaned the pots, I tightened the screws, and there was a ribbon cable here that I cleaned and put back in. I think it was the screws. I think it was the wobbly print. So this moving here, that's as intended. It's just British design. But it's flawless now. Here's two classics, also from the Mission stables. These are the Mission 760i, I'm sorry. Classic speakers, and let's see if they work. Sounds like they do. Do we get 2 channels? Yes, and we got highs on both, so they seem to be in good shape. Bit dusty. Okay, so let's stack something on top of this. Ready? Well, hey, there's more where that came from. Let's see if these also work as intended. I wish Foobar would work with keyboard commands. Aha! I hear a slight resonance coming from the left, but let's get another song, because this one does tend to sound a bit odd. Now it seems fine. Let's check the... Yep, 2 tweeters, all is well. The top ones seem to sound slightly better than the bottom ones. I think these played more recently, but that's also probably because they're on top of something rather than on a resonating table. So these probably work as pretty decent stands now. But there you go, 4 Mission 760s. That's Mission 1520 times 2. That's the Mission 3040. There you go. Have a good night.